Hello, everybody. Welcome to the YINZER Brothers podcast. I'm TJ. I'm here with my brother Tim, and we are the YINZER Bros. We're here today to talk about, first, the Steelers' ugly loss to the Chiefs, 36-10, ugly. And then we'll preview the Steelers and the Browns game, which is being reported, Tim, that this could possibly be Ben's last home game.
Yeah, man. I started hearing reports coming out, and it was like, I'm not believing it. And then it kind of hits, dude, when he had the press conference today, you're kind of like, some dark days ahead.
It hits you in the feels.
Dark days ahead, man.
It does. It hits you in the feels. There's haters, but it hits you in the feels. He's been the captain for a long time. But before we talk about Ben, let's talk about the Chiefs. Boy, I mean, I had to control myself from actually vomiting as I watched the game because it was that terrible. Tim, give me one word, just one word that you would use to describe the Steelers-Chiefs game.
McLeod.
So explain that, McLeod. Why is that the word?
I mean, he's the focal point of Matt Canada's offense. You're going to get beat by 1,000,000 points 100 times out of 100 times.
Yes.
TJ, Ray McLeod. Ray McLeod.
There's something about that too. When you got to like Ray, that's all I got to hear. Ray. That's all I have to hear.
Steelers. I mean, I don't understand the offense. They make a living out of throwing 4 yards short of the sticks.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
To Ray McLeod.
I don't understand.
To Ray McLeod.
I don't understand that. I think my word is just blah. Is that a word?
TJ, I don't know. I was watching it. It was one of those games. Like normally, I get like, you go through the phases of mad, sad, optimistic. I went through all 5 of those phases by halftime. By the end of that, I was like, "Oh, I'm cool." I mean, it did give me a little jerk that it's an ultimate kick in the face when they cut to your game because it's getting out of hand, and the other game that comes on, it's the Raiders, and they're clocking the ball, they're kneeling on the ball with 50 seconds left. That's what they cut to. I go, wow. I was like, if that's not a kick in your face, that's unreal. It's bad.
It's bad. Well, let's talk a little bit about the game. Let's talk about the Steelers offense. What do you? I can't even say it with a straight face. What do you think of the Steelers offensive performance, Tim?
TJ,
were there any bright spots at all?
No.
Najee almost had 100 yards, and he was at almost 5 yards a carry.
TJ, they were up by 30 points at halftime. Kansas City was playing with 7 guys on the field on defense.
That's true. Were there any other bright spots in the offense that you could zero in on?
No, there wasn't one damn bright spot.
Even Deontay dropped that ball. Nobody touched him. Nobody did anything. He just run and dropped. Looks like us at the Turkey Bowl, Tim. Just dropped the ball.
Claypool had a couple nice catches, but he seems like he's growing up a little bit. He's not running his mouth and doing do stuff. But TJ, when they ran that, like you had a glimmer of hope, but that 4th and 1, TJ, that may have been the worst call.
Oh, I know.
TJ, I'm starting to think Ben, like that was a Canada call. And Ben purposely told the Kansas City Chiefs, hey, we're running a pitch toss to the right just to see. It's bad when they're interviewing the players. Or if the guy's running back is like, I don't want to talk about it. That play calling. And you just see the Canada after that play. Like he was like he expected that to work. TJ, Najee Harris is not. I love Naj. I think he's going to be a fantastic back. But he's not a dude that's going to get you to the outside with his speed, and he's not going to be breaking 70-yard runs. No. That's just not Najee Harris.
You use him like Henry. He punishes the defense. He'll get a few breaks here and there, but never a 70-yarder.
Like Derek Watt He's just stealing bags of money. What are you doing? Put him in at fullback and just run it up the gut. If you don't get it, so be it.
Yeah.
I don't care. You might guess you probably wouldn't because you couldn't trust 53. He may be the worst. He may be the worst player I've ever seen on a football field.
Yeah, he's bad. He needs to be. They need to move him to guard. Here's an unsung hero.
No, TJ. They don't need to move him to guard. They need to move him to out.
He might be better there. So we were all worried about Melvin Ingram. A little nervous of him. So who was in front of him all game?
I don't know. One of the tackles would.
Well, guess which our rookie tackle.
I don't think Ingram had. Put TJ.
So you know what Ingram's stats were? You know how many tackles he had?
Couple.
None, not one.
TJ, but you know what? On that 4th and 1, who was the one that basically read that play to make it go where it did? If you look at that play, it was Melvin Ingram. Like they haven't ran that play 100 times in practice. I mean, if you're Matt Canada, you got to be the biggest idiot alive. Not only are you running that play, but you're running it to Melvin Ingram, the one dude that may know it's coming.
Let's just be real, Tim. I don't think Matt Canada is very good.
TJ, who said that at the beginning of the year? Did I go?
I don't think he's ready for the pro game because I think the pro game's too fast.
Did I go? Why the hell did they hire a dude that got fired from LSU when he had Joe Burrow and the rest of the All Pro wide receivers in the NFL that were on LSU at the time? Jefferson, yeah. He had Burrow, Jefferson, and what's the dude from Cincinnati? Chase. You get fired?
Yeah.
TJ, I can go. You
could work that up on Madden, Tim. You could work that up on Madden.
I think.
God rest his soul.
I think they had a Claire too. The guy, the running back from Kansas City. You got to be bad.
I agree.
I mean, Canada's making his money off the 1 year he had at Pitt, where their offense was scoring 40 points a game.
You're right.
That guy stinks.
Yeah, I think this is going to be I don't know. It's going to be bad. I mean, we can't score. Our offense is terrible. We can't score. And then we can't afford to turn the ball over. We turn the ball over. We can't do that. You can't give Mahomes more opportunities to beat you.
You think? You think?
It was bad. Well, let's go to the other side. Let's see. How do you think our defense did shutting down Mahomes, huh? How do you think they did?
TJ, he's one touchdown. Dude, that's like the type of play, like remember you're playing Old Tecmo Bowl and you would just run behind like for 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Just keep running backwards?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was like on the one touchdown pass. He had I think he actually had 20 seconds to throw the ball.
Probably.
Like, what can you do? And the other thing that drives me bananas, TJ, like I said, I love Tom. I like Tomlin's Tomlin, but there's something wrong with the culture on this team when you're getting beat 23 or 25 nothing. 25 is celebrating a pass breakup. Don't do that.
It's a little victories, Tim.
I mean, Ray McLeod's getting personal fouls. Have you ever seen? I'm sorry. You just never saw this type of culture when it came with the coaches before Tomlin. This culture stinks, TJ. Our culture stinks.
Well, I think it's a different game too. I think it's a different game.
Is it? You're down 25-0 and you're celebrating because you made a pass breakup.
I think it's a different game. I think you get guys. I mean, you look at what Antonio Brown's doing down in Tampa. They have him a little bit under wraps, but he's still forging, vaccine cards and doing stuff like that.
But where did it start?
I think Tomlin kept it under wraps as much as he could.
But you can't do that, TJ. You got to cut the cancer out once you see it. Cut it out. I don't care how good you are. Cut it out because it turns into that.
No, I hear you. I think
they let AB do whatever he wanted to do, and guess what happens? It's going to trickle down the line.
So, I mean, I know Tomlin has a big part of that, but I also think what I mean. What do you do with? I think Big Ben has something to say about that too. I think he tells these guys just shut up. I like what Cam does. Cam does it a little bit, but I think he can do it more.
You need to hem up a dude and hang him from his ankles outside a window. Mm-hmm. You think in their prime guys like Debo and all that stuff, and those dudes doing that stuff?
They did do it. They were terrified of Debo.
Exactly.
Who would go up to Debo and say, "No, I'm going to do it my way"? I mean, they were terrified of him.
Exactly. That's what you need.
No, I
But the
agree.
Cowers teams weren't like this. You didn't have idiotic knuckleheads left and right, dude.
Well, I think everybody had their little stuff. I mean, I think of even like
Not
the
like
great
TJ,
Bears
not like
teams.
this.
You had like McMahon. They had a ton of knuckleheads in those teams. Ditka, who was hardcore, but I mean, come on, man. I think everybody has their little stuff.
There's a difference between being a knucklehead and being what the culture. TJ, personal fouls, those things. That's coaching. Personal fouls, celebrating when you're down 25 points. Who
They,
does
they,
that,
they have
TJ?
to grow up. These guys have to grow up. So I hope they figure it out. I hope they figure it out. We stunk, and I'm glad the game's behind us. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, I didn't think we had a viable chance of winning that. We're not at that caliber right
Oh,
now.
I did. I convinced myself that we were going to go in there and win by 25.
I'll tell you, here's another thing that was kind of nice that Witherspoon had another pick. I mean, it was called back because Cam jumped off sides.
That's 20. That's 25 that was celebrating his pass breakup at down 24
I
points.
get that, but there's signs of life there. I like his length. His length is very. I just like his length. I think it's good. So I think the Chiefs are done. Let's just bury him. We can't do anything with him now. Normally we jump right to the YINZER mailbag, but I threw in a little segment that I think might be fun, Tim. It's called this. It's called keep it or kick it. You either keep the player or you kick him to the curb. So, Tim, I'm gonna throw some players at you.
Kick it.
And I want to hear what you say. I want to hear your honest opinion about if we keep them and continue to nurture and foster them, or if we kick them to the curb. That's awesome. What is that? A sock? What is that?
It's my Benjamin Roethlisberger. I forget his middle name, but it's my Benjamin sock.
Your Benjamin sock. I like that. Has that been on your feet? Now you're rubbing your face with it? Is that okay? So here's the first one, Tim. Do you keep him or do you kick him to the curb? Zach Banner. Have we had enough of the Zach Banner experiment? Do we try to throw him out there again? How many games has he played for us since we gave him all that money?
I don't think you have an option. I think the money was guaranteed, so you have to keep him for another year. He's 2-year deal. Chooks is gone, so he's gonna play where Chooks is at. So I think you have to keep him.
Okay, so you say keep Zach.
I don't want to, but I think you have to. Worst case scenario, you go get a tackle and he's a backup.
Got to get him healthy. How about this one? Who's your guy? But he's been coming on a little as of late. Keep him or kick him. Trey Edmonds.
Trey Edmonds?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think you have an option. I think you're going to have to sign him. It sucks. It sucks to say. I think you're going to have to sign him.
How about this one? Here's one for you. James Washington.
Kick
him. Done.
TJ, he's done. What are you going to do? He doesn't want to be here. He's liking tweets. He's liking tweets that say the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't utilizing him. He's liking tweets. That's another. Again, kick.
How about this one? Stephon Tuitt.
Kick. He is on my TJ. I want to kick every player from Notre Dame on our team off the team. TJ, I want to kick old players that were Pittsburgh Steelers. Even Bettis, you're off the team now too.
No, you can't get rid of Bettis. You can't. Bettis was a star.
TJ, I'm done with the Notre Dame. I'm done with the Notre Dame teams. People.
How about this one? Devin Bush, keep or kick. If you could get rid of him, would you get rid of him? Is he having a bad year, a down year because of the knee?
He sucks, TJ. But my thing is, like, I'm thinking of other places and other needs you're gonna need to have. They will not pick up his 5th-year option, and he will play his contract out. So you're gonna keep him, but I think he should be kicked. But you're just thinking of other places you're gonna have to put money into.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, yeah, he's gonna be here. We're gonna see him, Spillane, and Schobert. Oof. Go ahead.
Let's try. How about your buddy Ray McLeod? Keep or kick?
You can kick him, kick, punt.
How about this one?
Every time he's back there returning kicks, I hold my breath.
You should. He's bad. He could be worse. He could have been like remember Ben's buddy? Switzer? Yeah.
You know what? I felt comfortable with him catching the ball. Ray, I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going to happen.
How about Joe Hayden? He probably won't be here next year.
You got to. I mean, unless you can get him very cheap, you're kicking. I hate to say that, but it sucks. But yeah,
I know it does.
if you can get him for like if you can get him for like $4 million, you bring him
you
back.
keep him. You keep him. Yeah. How about Juju? There any chance he'll be here next year?
Who's the quarterback?
Well, I don't. We'll talk about that later in the segment too.
If it's TJ, okay, because the more that I'm staring down the tunnel, the barrel every day.
You think it's going to be Mariota?
No. The more the barrel keeps staring me right in the face,
Yeah.
and the man outside is looking inside my window.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see jerk face. That's all I'm seeing. He's looking at me like this. He's looking at me like this.
Oh boy. So I'm going to guess Mason is you can't keep him or kick him. Would you kick him?
I think they signed him to like a 2-year deal, didn't they?
They did.
TJ, I think.
But Tim, this is what you would do as the
people
GM.
in that organization think he's good. He is not good at football.
I get it. I'm with you. I don't think he's good at all.
I think what they're going to do is this. He is like their safety net plan. If everything craps out, they can't get a quarterback in the draft. I think if they get a quarterback in the draft, I don't think he's going to start. I think they're start stupid face.
Yeah.
I think if they don't get one of their big guys, the big guys playing quarterback, and they get some of these mediocre guys, they're going to keep stupid face. The other, it's too stupid. Mariota, dude. Oh my God.
Hey, another name I've been hearing linked to him too is Trubisky. They're talking about giving Trubisky a shot.
TJ, I'd rather stupid face than both the two.
All right, let's take a look into the injured mailbag.
I mean, seriously, I feel like I'm looking like every night before I go to sleep, like the past 3 nights, I'm looking out my window. I'm going, that stupid face behind a tree.
Would you rather see him or Haskins? Who would you rather give a shot to?
TJ, I think Dwayne Haskins. Everybody crying for Dwayne Haskins. You think stupid face is bad? Dwayne Haskins.
At least Haskins has some talent.
TJ, Dwayne Haskins couldn't read a defense in Madden. I'm just telling you. You get him on the sticks in Madden, he's like, what's a cover 2? What's a single high? He doesn't know.
That's okay. We had some great quarterbacks.
No, TJ, that's not okay if you can't read a defense.
He might learn it. Well, let's take a peek into the Yinzer mailbag, Tim, while we're talking, because I think there's some cool stuff in there. So the Yinzer mailbag is when you, the fan, get to ask us questions. If you want to email us anything, you can email us at yinzerbros@gmail.com. Tim, what do we have in the Yinzer mailbag tonight?
Dwayne Haskins, get the hell out of Dodge.
Hey, you know what? It could be worse. Duck could still be here.
I'd rather have Duck than. Just think about it, TJ. At one point, Mason was benched for Duck. Just think about that.
I know.
And you're throwing your baskets in stupid face.
But he was concussed with his own helmet. Let's just be real.
I don't care.
I don't think he's been right since that day.
Would you have been right, TJ?
No, I'd be terrified. Myles Garrett could be hanging in his bushes right now.
It wasn't even the Myles Garrett thing. It was when he actually got concussed and they had to take his face mask off.
Oh, that was the Ravens, yeah.
That's where I would have pretty much lost all functionality in my whole entire body and never regained it ever again.
That's true.
Okay. We got some stuff from the mush. We got some stuff from producer T came right after the other game.
Good.
You could tell. It's I don't know.
What do we got? Fire some good ones.
The mush went into some. He basically dotted it's a book. So he went to a whole bunch of. He went into a whole bunch of.
Tim, does he know that you can't read? Does he know you can't? Have they figured that out yet, that you can't read?
He went into a whole bunch of Bear stuff, which I keep telling him dude, I don't care about the Bears. I just don't.
Well, this is a Pittsburgh Steeler podcast, Tim.
I know, dude. I sent out a text to a couple people saying, I remember when people at work here used to give me hell about Jay Cutler being better than Ben Roethlisberger. I was like, you people were dum-dums. And I had people sending back still defending Jay Cutler being better than Ben.
Jay Cutler.
They're like, if you put Jay Cutler on the Steelers, he's winning 2 or 3 rings. I'm like, you people are dum-dums. Dum-dums.
They are dum-dums.
Okay. So the mush. With 2 games left, what is the brightest moment in the season so far?
The brightest moment in the season so far. It's got to be TJ Watt, with the possibility of the Defensive Player of the Year.
See, I'm thinking more of games or more of...
Oh, like moments.
moments.
I'm going to go T.J. Watt's 3.5 sacks that one game. I think that
I'm
was.
going to say when Ben took a dump on Cleveland's field as he walked off, and they
Well, that's
won
true.
there in Cleveland.
That's a good one too. I hear it'd be a little thing too that is probably going to happen unless something bad happens. Najee's probably going to get 1,000 yards this year. When's the last time we had a 1,000-yard rusher? He's
TJ,
at 9. He's at 9 something.
You could have told me that a million times. Like, I never thought in a million years he'd be that close to like 1,000 yards.
I know. He's like what?
Like, he hasn't
in the league.
He hasn't had like one of those. Well, he gets the ball 97 times a game, but like you would never think that he's getting like, I don't remember. What does he have, like 2 100-yard games all season? Maybe.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
He's been dancing close. He's been in that 50 to 80 range a lot.
The only thing that's getting me nervous about him now is he's doing a little bit more dancing, and I don't blame him because he's trying to dodge 47 people, but he's dancing when he doesn't have to dance.
You're right. I agree.
So I don't know.
When he gets his pads north-south, he's scary.
Yeah, I agree. When he hurled that dude, I was like, oh my God. I mean, that's probably the highlight. That was the how highlighted the Chief game when he hurled the dude for a 3-yard gain.
Yeah.
What was the worst?
The worst moment
of the year. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I would say, gosh, there's so many bad moments. I don't know. I mean, we made the Vikings look like they were like the greatest team of the decade. When we gave up 200 yards like in the first half, that's just ridiculous. I can't even pinpoint that singular moment.
The Viking game was bad, but TJ, I still, to me, the second Bengal game was just
it was
brutal.
awful. That was awful too.
I never thought in a million years that they would do that to us.
Yeah, to lose to the Bengals was bad.
I mean,
although they put a pretty good whooping on the Ravens.
TJ, the Ravens were playing with guys like me.
That's true. They're bad.
All right. What is the most critical position to fix next year on the offense or defense to be competitive in division?
Both offensive, defensive line.
I agree with you, dude.
I mean, they don't need skill guys. They need offensive, defensive line. Throw a linebacker into the rotation. They need linemen. I think that's the problem on the defense too. Devin Bush is not big enough to shed tackles.
I think the biggest. Spillane was just throwing his face around last game though too. Dude, I felt bad for him. He's gonna be punch drunk boxer in another 2 years. He not even know his name.
Yeah. They need a center. This experiment's over. They need to go get a center, either in free agency or they need to draft a hog.
You know what will drive me bananas? Because I know what just did. 53 hasn't practiced yet all week, and I don't think he's playing.
Oh, is he sick? I think they're going to hurt.
Supposedly hurt his calf last game. So what will drive me bananas is I think they have. I forget the backup centers.
Hag is one of them, maybe.
No, Hag's not one of them. What's his name? Finney. I think Finney's one. And somebody else.
Finney. BJ Finney. Yeah.
If they play him, and he comes out and that line is 37 times better, it's going to drive me bananas that they were playing that dude all year when knowing that this could have been. Because truthfully, I don't think the other positions are playing that bad.
No.
Every time you look,
Moore's not
he's
bad.
either getting blown up by a nose tackle or he's
just not big enough.
Just on the ground. Yeah,
he's not big enough. He would be his only shot with us is a guard, and he's probably a backup.
He stinks. So next question. With the D2, it depends. The D line, a lot of it's going to depend on Tuitt. What's going on with Tuitt? Which again, I don't think it's anybody's business, but they should have said something of what's going on with him.
Well, and losing Alu too, that's a huge loss. You lose him early in the season.
TJ, I'll tell you the dude that I would circle 1,000% next year and go and make a run at. That Hakeem Nicks from the Bears.
Yeah.
That plays in the middle.
Yeah.
He is a free agent. That is the dude. He may be older. I think he's like 32, 33. Go get him.
Yeah.
Go get him. Because if you have him in that middle of that defense, all hell's going to break loose. Because he's a monster. He would be perfect.
I agree.
But
I agree.
What the hell do I know? I don't know. I've been screaming for a nose tackle all year. I got to watch Henry Madu 10 yards.
I tell you, it's a line issue. You got all the other pieces on the offense and the defense. I think defensively, if they you need to get Cam help. Now, Loudermilk didn't do bad, but they're just different play. They need a hog up front to keep those linebackers clean.
I agree, dude. I mean,
Schobert and Bush are not the biggest guys. They're speed guys. And they lost their thumper.
I mean, Spillane was throwing his face around, man.
I appreciate that, but they need some inside backer help.
Question. He's gonna throw it out there. Speaking of Ben or Ben, sure seems like it's gone. So he's gonna ask one more time. How many throws does Seven have left?
Well, let's say that this week, if they start to give him the keys a little bit, he's gonna.
TJ, do you think that he's even gonna have that microphone on, listening to Canada at all these next two games?
No. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to go on a limb here. I think between the next two games, he's going to have it wouldn't surprise me if he has 80 passes between the next two games.
Oh, I think it's going to be more than that. I think he's going to throw for TJ. I think he may throw. I'm going to say anywhere from 95 to 100 the next two games.
It could. It wouldn't surprise me.
I think he's going to just be chucking the ball all over the field.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It's going to happen. To me, I don't even want Canada to even show up the next two games. If I was him, I'd just be like, I wouldn't even show up because he's not going to listen to him at all.
No, he won't. No, I agree. I think you're right. No.
It's going to be funny as heck to see too, man. Let Ben do whatever.
Maybe Ben retires and he just turns into the offense coordinator.
Don't do that. I don't want that to happen. Just Ben, go plan for him. Is Ben a first round Hall of Fame or lock and why?
Yes. He's fifth all time in passing. Who is that from the Bush? That is clearly from a fan that has never seen a good quarterback. His franchise needs a good quarterback.
This is what I try to tell these people, and I'm like,
terrible question.
Like, you guys are dum-dums because
he's fifth on the all-time passing list. Of course, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Of course,
and he has 2 rings. He's been to 3 Super Bowls.
Yes.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Yes,
What's
absolutely.
wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They don't. Do they think like Cutler's going to be in the Hall of Fame?
TJ, I couldn't believe I had people defending Cutler to me today.
Are you serious?
Who has better arm strength? I was like, TJ, I was like, I don't care. I was like, you guys are dum-dums. They're dum-dums.
They are.
It's just because you're gonna make those Bears teams he was on, they weren't that bad.
No.
Bunch of dum-dums.
And he was on, even in Denver, he wasn't on bad teams. He's not that. I don't know. That befuddles me.
They're dum-dums, dude. They're dum-dums. Just go eat some beefs, dum-dums. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Who's the biggest disappointment of the year?
The biggest disappointment?
Yeah.
The biggest. I think it's our center, 53.
I can't say that because he's a rookie. The biggest disappointment to me is
either him
Bush.
or Bush.
Devin,
one of those.
Devin Bush has been so bad, TJ. I mean,
he has been
so bad.
He looks like he's clueless, trying to do too much. But I've never seen a professional athlete get manhandled as much as 53 gets manhandled. I've never seen it. I've never seen a center. Do you watch him consistently and see what they do to him?
Yeah, dude. It's
it's absolutely ridiculous.
He looks like one of the Lego people playing out there, and people just moving around.
He does. He's awful. But I got Bush. Bush is definitely up there too because Bush is terrible. I mean, he's absolutely terrible. The rest of the line, I'm not that down on. But man, I'll tell you what, those two guys, you can have either one. I don't care for either one.
Yeah, man. And which makes it, I love Fairmouth. I love him. I think he's going to be great. They could have drafted that center that Kansas City had in the second round. Mm-hmm. TJ, he was moving people all game. All game. Sorry.
I just think I think they overshot with. I just don't think.
I said it. I said it. Draft. I said it. He would be the linchpin of the whole entire draft, and the dude stinks.
He's not.
It stinks. Okay, the magical question, man. Who's we'll go. I got 2 or 3. Who's the Steelers rookie of the year so far? I mean, seriously, dude.
It's got to be Najee, right?
I mean, it's either him or me. I don't know.
I mean, Fryermuth's been good too, but it's got to be Najee.
Come on, stop.
I'll tell you what, though. I would put a little. I'd put a little plug in for Moore. I think Moore's done a good job at the left tackle there.
Sure.
I mean, you know, I think it's been. Would you rather have Moore at the left tackle right now, or Villanueva?
No, I think Dan Moore's been pretty good. I think he's been pretty good. I don't think he can pass block. He can run block, but I don't think that's crazy to say. Dude, I can't believe they ran to the right side on that pitch play. It's the weakest part of the line, and they ran there.
I know, it's bad. It's bad.
What are you doing?
It's Canada.
Holy moly. All right.
Oh, Canada.
That guy, dude. TJ. And we didn't even touch base on the line guy. They just said, you're gone.
Well, you know why they did that too, because they didn't fight that too much because they're like, yeah,
because he stinks. Okay. Also,
he does. You know who's replacing him? He's that guy. He was the Falcons line, like headline coach. He was our backup.
That makes me feel even better because their line sucked too.
Hey, they had that one Super Bowl that was improbable.
TJ,
that they lost.
That dude. There's like 2 dudes that I want to be their line coach. One dude, it just makes all the sense, and I don't know why they don't bring him in to be the line coach.
Who's that?
Doug Marrone.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You think he's down in Alabama messing around with Saban and those guys?
Yeah.
Dude, he would be. I think he went to Penn State. I think he did. Right?
Yeah.
Like, why not? If you can't go get Munchak, what I would personally do, I get Canada the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. I bring Mike Munchak and make him the offensive coordinator.
Could do that.
And then give somebody under him. But what the hell do I know? There's 2 guys. I would.
I think they're giving
Doug
Canada
Marrone,
1 more year. That's it. Then he's done.
God, I don't. TJ, I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
I hope they don't, but I think they're going to give him 1 more year.
What I'm doing, if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, is I'm either bringing in Doug Marrone to be my line coach, or I'm getting Kevin Mawai. I think he is one of the assistant run coaches at where the hell is it? Somebody's good that's running the ball. And the other dude that I'd bring
Cleveland, Tim? Is it Cleveland?
No. I can't remember.
Tennessee?
But it might be Tennessee. I don't know. It might be Tennessee. The guy that I bring as my offensive coordinator, I bring in the quarterback's coach, whoever the hell that's been there for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's who I'm bringing in as my offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Because I believe he's the pass and run coordinator right now over in Kansas City. That's who I'm bringing in. You're my next offensive coordinator. I do it now.
You might as well bring in the offense coordinator because he doesn't do anything in Kansas City. He doesn't call the plays.
Dude, he's going to be a head coach next year. Yes, he does. Eric Bieniemy? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
You don't think?
I think Eric Bieniemy does a lot. I think calls a lot of plays, dude.
I think he does a lot, but I don't think he's the trigger guy.
I think he might be, dude. I don't know.
But you know what? What makes that offense look great when you have a QB like Mahomes.
But that offense was good when they had Alex Smith. Think about it.
It was good, but it wasn't prolific like it is now.
But I understand. But you got Alex Smith though too.
He's a precision passer. He couldn't move. I mean, they basically ripped his leg off, right? Did his leg fall off or something like that?
I mean, he beat the Steelers last year.
Oh yeah, he's a precision passer. He's not a bad QB.
Whatever. Okay, I guess the magical question is when this one with the. I mean, this is gonna be the age question all winter into spring.
Yeah.
In the next season, what free agent quarterbacks would you like to see in Pittsburgh next year? TJ, there's 2 free agents. Yeah. There's 2. You know as well as I do.
I mean, I wonder if would they draft somebody too? Could they go get somebody, or not draft? Even trade for somebody.
TJ, they've been sending for draft wise. They've been sending a lot of people down to watch the kid from North Carolina. A whole bunch. That kid stinks. If they draft him, I may turn my season tickets in. All he is he's a worse version than Baker Mayfield. That's what he is.
I know he's bad.
No. TJ, there's two free agents or two guys
Who are they
trading for two guys that I mean I don't know if they're free agents, but two guys that there's three that you would want to target. I mean, number one is 12. It just is. I mean, whatever you need to get. If you need to sign Devontae Adams,
sign him.
Sign him. Get 12 here.
What do they got? What do they got? About almost $50 million for cap spaces next year.
I think they got more. They got the second most in the league.
Okay, keep going. I'm listening.
I don't like him, but Russ, I don't know how much you're going to have to give up to get him.
I don't know if we're classy enough for him.
He's not coming here. But I mean, you're asking me a wish list? He's way too Hollywood for Pittsburgh. Are you kidding me?
I mean, like him. I do like him.
TJ, he would be great.
Because look at what he's been doing there with absolutely nothing. He's got nothing with this. I mean, Nate? Tell me what he's got. I mean, he's got decent. Other than a couple receivers, what does he have with Seattle?
I agree, TJ. I mean, yeah.
So give me who else do you think?
I mean, the magical question. If you want my god awful opinion, who I'd want before any of those two dudes, which I just don't know how bad it is Deshaun Watson. If you can get him, and he's not ribbity raping everybody or whatever he's doing.
Now, wait, weren't you just talking about having a culture issue at the Steelers? Why don't we just bring in? Let's resurrect Tupac and bring him in. Let's bring in a couple of those guys, Tim.
TJ,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm saying if he's got a clean record,
there's no way.
But dude, man, could you imagine?
Oh, he'd be great, but there's no way. Isn't there like 72 allegations against him? 72 different women.
There's a couple.
I'm sure, but hey, let's just be real. That guy behind you. He had some challenges too, didn't he, Tim? Big Ben had a few.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But I mean, he's the younger guy. You'd be set for the next. You'd be realistically set for the next probably 10 to 15 years.
Well, yeah, unless he goes away for 10 to 15 years.
I mean, it could happen. That could happen. But like I said, TJ, I mean, I'm just gonna flat out say it. My quarterback can murder somebody in the middle of Route 22.
Right by the Miracle Mile.
If he wins championships, I don't care. I don't care. I just don't. I don't.
He could flee to the Cochran Pontiac. He could rank number one.
I don't care.
Matter. We don't care. We don't care.
Those three would intrigue me. I think, like I said, Deshaun, he's clean.
Let's talk about reality, though, Tim. Tim, knowing the Steelers, let's talk about ones you think that they're probably going to bring in. I think that tier. I think it does intrigue me what this love affair that Aaron Rodgers seems to have with us. I think that's intriguing. I think Russell Wilson's off the. I think he's off the table. I don't think he's going to come here. And I think Deshaun Watson. I don't know. I think we just got to figure it out. But let's talk about the ones that are available that we have possibilities at. And I know you hate them. But you're probably staring at a. I mean, they could be sniffing at a. They could be sniffing at him. You know,
TJ, I don't even think you would have been saying Mariota unless I brought him up like 2 months ago. Because it popped into my head and I go, holy crap! I was like, this is gonna be the guy. And I'm gonna be like,
he's only 27. He's young.
TJ, he is terrible at football.
I'm not saying he's good, but like the Trubisky, that was interesting to me. I think he's terrible too, but
no, he doesn't introduce me at all.
Well, then you've got some others in that category too. I mean, you got like would the Raiders ever part with Derek Carr?
That's the one that's interesting to me because I get a feeling like Danger Russ is going to want all that flair. Maybe go to Vegas and they'll get rid of Carr.
He could.
Do I want Carr? TJ, here's my thing. Do I think Carr would be serviceable? Yes. TJ, I can't trust a dude that looks like he wears eyeliner all the time.
He's better than average.
TJ, do you think he would flow in Pittsburgh with all that eyeliner and all that crap?
I don't know. But he does have that tough guy kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Does he, TJ? Does he?
Wouldn't it be terrible? What happens? Wouldn't it be awful if somehow, some way, Baker Mayfield shows up to Pittsburgh?
TJ Baker
He's
Mayfield, our
bad.
quarterback. That's where I made.
Have you
made it
been
a
watching
dark
him
side.
throw the football? He looks like he's shot
can't.
putting things.
TJ, he can't throw the football. I don't want to say. I'm not going to say anything about Baker Mayfield because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to be running my mouth, and he's going to light us up for 700 yards on Monday night.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that at all.
And I thought about Derek Carr. I did. It struck my brain. I go, he would be good until the next guy we draft. I don't see him being here for 10 years, dude.
I think you need a guy that's maybe
Did you?
he's
Let
the
me ask you a
serviceable
question.
bridge.
Can you win a Super Bowl with Derek Carr?
I think if you give him the weapons, yeah, I think you could.
I don't think he can.
I think
I just don't think you can. I don't think he can.
When he's on, I mean, remember before he broke his leg, he was on pace to be the MVP of the
TJ,
league.
he played because he played. You stick him out in the dude played at where did he play? Fresno. I think he played somewhere out west in college.
Mm-hmm.
He's played with the Raiders. You stick him in the cold of Pittsburgh, thrown in that crap weather on that crap field, you're gonna have issues.
Well, see, I'm thinking this. I mean, if you have a good line, you got Najee. It's kind of a situation like you have down in Tennessee.
I don't know, man. Derek Carr just
Look at Allen.
like I said,
look at Allen even in
just,
Buffalo. You take away his running game. He's been a different quarterback this year. He's not bad, but he's not what he was last year.
Just stop it, TJ. I would give my left cojones to have that guy slinging a rock at my team.
Well, yeah, he's definitely better than he was, but I don't know. There's only a few guys that can just put it on their shoulders like Mahomes and just win.
TJ, that dude, he may have the best arm in the league.
Yeah, you might. What about Garoppolo? Would you take him for a couple of years?
Garoppolo.
If he could stay healthy.
Garoppolo seems like a poor man's Derek Carr. Would you like that answer?
A poor man's Derek Carr.
TJ, he couldn't. I don't think you could keep him in Pittsburgh. He's too good looking to be in Pittsburgh. You can't have it.
He is.
It is what it. He is. He's frightening good looking. Can you imagine some of the YINZER women there?
Or like the kid from from LA, the Charger kid. What's that kid's name?
Herbert? No. Jimmy G is, dude. That guy has to stay like West Coast or like big city New York. Like he is way too good looking to be in Pittsburgh.
He came from New England? Didn't he come from New England?
Yeah, but they got some good looking quarterback. Brady's pretty good looking too. Can't just be throwing Jimmy G. Can you imagine put him in Western Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
He would stick out like a sore thumb, TJ.
That's true. What if Miami wants to get rid of Tua? Would you take Tua? No.
Tua? No. You ever see him? He actually looks like he's throwing a shot put.
Yeah, he's small.
No. There's Derek Carr I would think about, but to me it's one. He has like TJ. He has like the pre-Ben quarterbacks that we went through, like all wrapped into one. That we're just gonna be like, yeah, these are them.
I remember the Kent Graham. I remember those guys.
We'd go like 14. Don't say Kent Graham, please.
Do you remember we were happy to get Tommy Maddox? That he was like, yeah, we finally got Tommy Maddox.
To me, Derek Carr would be the dude that's like, you'd win a division and you'd be like, okay, we're 15-2, and you know in your heart to heart, when you got to go play an AFC title game, you're going to get your face beaten. That's what you felt like when Ben was young all the time. You're like, or no, not when Ben was, but when pre-Ben, like the Steelers team were Cordell, you're like, they're gonna crap the bed, and it happened every year.
They did.
So it's one of those things where it's like, to me, it's like if you're not getting.
So what QB would you draft? Who would you target in the draft? Would you go after the Liberty kid?
If I got him in the second round.
I think you could get him in the second. I think you might be able to get him in the third round.
I don't think it'd be the third round. If you got him in the second round, I'd think about it, yeah.
This is not a QB heavy draft.
Pickett, the more I look at him, like I saw him in the booth tonight in Pitt. It would just be the ultimate kick in the crotch that he like you just don't draft him. He turns out to be like a stud like Marino.
I mean, do you think the Steelers would even have a chance to even get him where they're going to be?
TJ, they lose these next 2 games, they may be drafting 12th.
Yeah, that's true. Would he? I mean, he'll be the first QB off the board, I think.
I don't know. I think the dude from Ole Miss is going to be the first QB off the board. The one dude that kind of curious, if his knee passes the test, you may be able to get in the second round, third round, is Carson Strong from Nevada. Yeah. He has very Ben-like
He's a big kid. He's like
He's not
6'4",
fast,
isn't he?
but yeah, but I don't think Tomlin. He keeps talking about quarterback mobility, so I don't think you're going to be drafting some big white goofy kid that can't move. Like he stands there like he's like an ox. I don't think it's going to happen. So
How
I
about,
don't know.
what are Pickett's stats?
What are
He's
Pickett's
6'2",
stats?
6'3"? Yeah. How tall is he?
I think
What are his
Pickett's like
specs?
I think Pickett's like 6'4", 6'5", maybe. He's a big dude,
I
man.
mean, I wouldn't put him. He's not like super shifty, but he can move around a little bit.
Oh, Kenny Pickett can move. He can
Yeah.
move, but to me, it's a lot of pressure, man. You put him, dude, I don't know, man. I think next year is going to be I think next year will be the draft for the quarterbacks. So that's why everything, looking out the window right now, I'm seeing stupid face.
Mason.
Because I think they're thinking next year is going to be the big heavy laden quarterback draft. Stupid face right there going.
See, then you're looking more to Mariota than you think you are, Tim. They'll be able to pick him up for a box of Milk Duds.
He stinks.
Imagine I know he does. He's 27. He's got some experience.
Imagine in that quarterback room, Mariota's stupid face and Haskins. Holy moly!
That could be bad.
Punt.
But it's first down, coach. We don't care. Punt. All right. Is that all for the YINZER mailbag?
Yes.
Okay. So if you got any questions, email us.
You got me so depressed.
Email us at theyinzerbros@gmail.com. Now let's talk about the Steelers and the Browns. They both need this win, Tim. The question is this: who wants it more, the Steelers or the Browns?
TJ, if I'm the Cleveland Browns, I let Baker throw the ball maybe 3 times the whole entire game.
No.
Seriously, I mean, would you? I would let Nick Chubb run it down.
Chubb's he's a stud. I think he may be the best back in the league. Who's better than he is?
Oh,
I mean, he's deceivingly fast.
No, that dude from Indianapolis is pretty damn good. Dude.
I think Chubb's
Jonathan Taylor, TJ, Jonathan Taylor, he's pretty good, dude.
Oh,
he's pretty good.
I think Chubbs just scares me to death when he gets the ball. He does. Now they contained him last time, which is pretty good. But they do have some question marks. Baker Mayfield seems like losing confidence.
Some question marks.
Have you ever seen a team that's got more? When you look at their player stats, they should be world beaters, but they're just not.
I agree, dude. Like Baker.
How many years do we got to hear about how great Cleveland is for them to crap the bed like they do every year?
Hey, TJ, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, it is what it is.
It is.
I mean,
it's bad. So what does the Steelers offense need to do to win this game, Tim? What's your key to victory, Tim? What's your key to victory?
If they come out and Ray's the focal point of that damn offense, done.
Ray.
Done being a fan. I'm done with that. I'm done. TJ, they can't have Ray McLeod lead your receiving core in
targets,
touches,
catches,
and everything.
I'm with you.
I mean, you can't do it. You got to try to establish Naj a little bit. What I would do is I'd run right at Garrett because his groin ain't right. Let's see where you're at, big fella. Yeah. I mean, but then again, give the ball to Ben. Let him do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to throw 57 picks, it is what it is. Who cares at this point?
Yeah, you're probably right. I think they got to establish a run, and they got to score points.
TJ, I think this. We'll get into when we get into predictions. How about my mental thought is going into this game? But
well, let's talk about the Steelers' defense. What does the defense have to do to win this game?
What do you think, dude? TJ, what do you
Chubbs.
think?
Make Baker beat you.
Just stop the run. Please stop the run. If I got to see Tupac Shakur out there, I mean, that dude. Bad. I will say that, though. He did make a play against the Tennessee Titans to kind of seal the game. But that guy stinks. He stinks.
He does.
We have a few holes in the defense. TJ Madu, every time he's on the field, he's 10 yards down the field. I don't know how that's possible when you're 300 pounds.
I don't know either.
You're just getting moved. You're getting people moved every
Can he just
play.
fall down? If he could just fall down and create like a speed bump, that'd be fine.
TJ, I would just whip my hair and try to just whip somebody.
That's probably true. So, Tim, what is your prediction? What's your score prediction of the game?
TJ, if you would add, if Ben wouldn't have came out with this crap, not this crap, but him probably being his last game, I'd be picking Cleveland. I think Cleveland would beat their brains in. I think Ben coming out saying this, it's the last ditch get effort to kind of galvanize the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think that stadium's going to be electric. I think the players are going to play extra. That's why I think they're actually going to stop the run, because it's not going to be your typical holes everywhere. I think just because of the whole Ben factor and the whole team wanting to do something for Ben his last game, they're going to see those former players that are going to be at that game. Because you can't TJ, that place is Monday. There's going to be a ton of former players.
Yeah.
There's going to be. It wouldn't stun me if Cowers there. Bunch of even Arians. They're playing. I mean, guys like that coming back up for that game, for Ben's final home game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to galvanize the whole entire team, and I think they're going to be able to stop Chubb. And I think we're going to be going, how did this happen? I think it's going to be one of those games where everything clicked and you're like, holy crap. I think Steelers are going to win, and I think they're going to win next week. But I just don't think Cincinnati's going to lose 2 games or 1 game. I don't think they're going to. It depends what Baltimore.
Who are their last 2?
They have they get the Chiefs this week.
They're losing
next week's game.
The Chiefs will beat them.
They have the Browns the following week.
Oh, they each have to lose 1, right?
No, they have to lose 2.
They could crap the bed.
They could. I just don't. I think if the Steelers beat the Browns this week, this will take their entire soul, the whole franchise. If the Steelers beat the Browns tomorrow, this may set the Cleveland's franchise back another 20 years.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I think it's going to rip their souls out, and they're going to just poop on the 50-yard line.
It could be. It could be.
So I think Steelers are going to win. I think it's going to be a 27, 28, 21 game. I think they're going to put up points. I think they're going to move the ball. I think defense is going to be. I think maybe 10 points. Maybe Cleveland put up 10 points. Yeah, 10. I'm going to say 21-10. I think Cleveland's going to have trouble moving the ball, because I think the whole place is going to be galvanized. It's going to be an energy game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to say 27-10, because you got to throw at least two Boswell field goals in there, at least.
Yeah.
At least 2, right? All right.
Offensive player of the game.
Offensive player of the game is going to be Ben. It's on him or not on him.
Hell, why not? Benjamin.
He's got to do it. He just has to do it.
Roethlisberger?
Ben, I don't know. Maybe it's Carlton. I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, he's my guy, and then my defensive guy. I don't know, dude. Devin Bush. Hell, why not?
I'm going to say, I think they're going to shut Chubb down, and I think Baker's going to see ghosts. I think he's going to be running around like crazy. So I'm going to give it to Watt again. I think Watt's going to get it. I think I think he's got 2.5 sacks in him.
I don't know if he's healthy enough, man. You got that
you got the bad ribs.
That's tough to play, man. Anything.
Shoot him up, send him out. Got an extra day of rest. Let's see what happens. You could tell the ribs are definitely bothering him this week.
TJ, my ribs are fine, and they still bug me every day. I don't know how the hell that's possible.
All right, Tim, got anything else you want to add?
All I can say is, the biggest kick in the crotch for me ever as a Steelers fan, getting this Monday morning in the mail, my Christmas card from the Pittsburgh Steelers after they got their tails kicked on Sunday. That about sums up the season.
Merry Christmas.
And then I got to see Benjamin. TJ, I was telling my wife, I don't think people. Dude, 18 years is 18 years.
It's a long time.
So I don't think people understand that. Not even the Cower years but I'm talking the dark times with Bubby and those type of Mark Malone.
Mark Malone, terrible. Graham, awful. Mike Tomczak, terrible.
Kent Graham was the worst one of all. Kent Graham.
Oh, he was. Yeah, Kent Graham was terrible.
Todd
Blackledge, bad.
I may shed a tear seeing these last 2 games. I might.
I'm with you.
The joy that you were around with the the last Super Bowl. You saw
I saw Terry Bradshaw. Yeah.
well, you saw the what? You saw the third and fourth one, or did you see the fourth one?
Oh, I saw the last two.
The last two. So I've
Well,
only seen
the last two of the Bradshaw era, and then I saw Ben's two.
I've only seen this
Mhm.
since my life. I wasn't born with any of the pre.
Okay,
I think
you were a
just
celebration baby. That's why you were
Yeah,
born.
that's why, 'cause I was
because
born
of the
last one.
Steelers. That's right.
So I theoretically had to wait 23 years to see a championship.
You did.
This dude has brought me so much. I mean, I had so much heartbreak before that of going to games and seeing us lose in the AFC title game every year, except the one year where Neil Dawn, we were at that game where they won,
Yeah.
the Hail Mary game.
Do you remember the quarterback who chucked that ball up at the end?
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yes, Mr. Harbaugh. But 7 has brought us so much joy, brought me so much joy in my life. You just don't realize until what he said, and you're like, dude, it's done. Like that, it's done. That I'm coming to the realization, like, I may die before I see another Super Bowl
No.
championship.
Yeah.
It took 23 years. TJ, I'm banking. I may have 25 good ones left in me.
It does make you. I mean, it does make you appreciate what he's been able to do for as long as he's been able to do it. Because you always have these guys that are going to come up. They're going to be the next ones. Like I think Andrew Luck. Remember, Andrew Luck, he's going to be great. What did I always tell him? He's one of the greatest. What did I always say? What makes you great is your longevity. And as quick as he came into the league, he left the league. You don't win this stuff on just potential. You got to do it week in, week out. Brady. What makes Brady, the GOAT right now? It's more than just the Super Bowl rings. He's done it for an incredibly long time.
Super Bowl rings are pretty big.
Oh, it is true. 'Cause, I mean, a case in point, Dan Marino. But I mean, here to think like you don't see a Ben. A Ben comes, once or twice in a generation. That's it. Now we've been fortunate because you see a Ben, you see a Brady. These guys are they're prolific and they come in that same generation. Most of them, they never get up there. Even a Drew Brees, I mean, think about this. You ever thought about this? You've got Brees and Rivers. Both those guys were drafted by the same organization. Mm-hmm. And they, at the same time, basically. Mm-hmm. The Chargers had Brees and Rivers, who are both in the top 10 for passing in the league.
Dude, I agree. It's just like it comes to a realization once you heard him today, you're kind of like, dude,
yeah,
you don't know how you're going to react. You've seen like last home game, which I'm kind of kicking myself because I sold tickets. I would love to be there for that last game, just see what it's like. But it's going to be wild, man. I mean, that's just the wild. When it's all said and done with Baltimore, it's done. This ride's done with 7. Yeah. Everything that's been through, you're like, dude, you go back and you start thinking of all the memories of everything.
You do.
You're like, dude, it's pretty crazy, man.
So maybe we do a tribute podcast after this. We just focus on his achievements.
Yeah. I think his achievements is making me happy, for that's at least.
Right. And just so the public knows, making and keeping Tim happy is not an easy job.
You think I'm miserable now? Wait till the next how many years till we get the franchise.
That's true. Tim, I did have one question I did want to ask you, and we'll just you can do it, more or less. Let's talk about your cookie consumption over the holidays.
Punt.
Would you say
punt?
Would you say
punt?
It's more or less than 6 cookies a day?
Next question.
It's like Mike Tomlin. More or less. What do you think? 6 cookies. You think more or less?
A day?
Yeah.
TJ, we have so much crap here to eat.
So we'll chalk that up to more.
It's not all cookies. That's the thing I'm trying to get at.
What is it?
I got pies. I got Hungarian nut breads. I got cookies. Melissa made some fudge. I haven't touched the fudge because it's not my cup of tea. Ice creams. I mean, Melissa's talking about making some Rice Krispie treats.
That's a good call.
She made like 100 of Mom's old brownie cookies.
How many are left, Tim?
I can't let them go bad in the thing.
All right.
Well, there's like I'm staring at them right now, and they're talking to me like the cookie's going. Like I thought it was done, And I come down today. I thought she was done cooking any cookies. And I come down today and I'm like, there was just fresh ones sitting next to the stove. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Well, you have to do her a service. You got to eat the cookies.
I teach you. I ain't trying to. I was like, I knew it was bad today when I was running on the treadmill. My boobs were slapping me in the face.
Well, you got a few more weeks to get through it, Tim, and then the cookies will be gone, and you'll be back to drinking whatever you're drinking, your goat's milk, and doing your stuff, whatever you do.
Dude, I just keep. I'm like a trash bag. I just keep eating and just eating.
I'm with you. Well, a few more days. Well, we're the YINZER Bros. Sorry, this is a long podcast, but it was worth it because we
had 2 weeks. We were off 2 weeks, so who cares?
We're making up for lost time. That's right. I'm TJ. I'm here with my brother Tim. We're the YINZER Bros. Don't forget, if you like what you hear, pass it along to your friends, your neighbors. We got to build this podcast, people. We got to build it. We need more people to subscribe. We need more people to download. We need to share the love with more people. Let's just share the love. Sure. We're the YINZER Bros. Stay classy, Pittsburgh.
Still number one out here, right?
See ya.